الله.
ثم على قاتل الله.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa. Wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. So the chapter that we are going through is the Ikram al-Dayf wal-Jar, honoring the guest and the rights of the neighbors. Ala qatil Allah al-bakhila lidhani biridda wal وللمسلم المجتاز.
وللمسلم المجتاز بالأخ في القرى وقيل ومصر والكفور كمهتدي ضيافهم ضيافة يوم أوجبن وليلة وقيل ثلاثا وهي ندب لأوجدي وليس عليه أن يبيته بلا اضطرار سوى مع فقد مأوى كمسجدي وإن خاف منه لم يجب مطلقا سوى إذا اضطر قط لا يحترس وليحترس خوف مفسدي.
Okay, let's start from here. So yes, we are going through the rights of the guest, and honoring the guest or looking after the guest is something really required. In authentic hadith of Sahih Bukhari, Muslim Prophet ﷺ said, "Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir," the one who believes in Allah and the last day, فَلْيُكْرِمْ ضَيْفَهُ, let him be hospitable for his guest. So looking after the guest here is something required. So he's saying, وَلِلْمُسْلِمِ الْمُجْتَازِ بِالْأَخِي فِي الْقُرَى وَقِيلَ وَمِصْرَ وَالْكُفُورِ كَمُهْتَدِي. So he's saying that the guest or even the stranger, not necessarily guest. Guest can be your friend or relative. Even if a stranger Muslim is passing by, and if he needs something, then yes, you need to look after and provide him. So he's saying, وَلِلْمُسْلِمِ الْمُجْتَازِ بِالْأَخِ فِي الْقُرَى, a Muslim who is passing by a village. Obviously, village and remote areas, they may not have hotels there or shops there or restaurants or lodges there. So it becomes even more important to look after these people because they haven't got any alternative. But let's say someone is stranger coming to a city where the hotels are available and the restaurants are available. So here he is not in that much need to be looked after. So that's what he's saying. Muslim al-Mujtazi bil-Akhi fil Qura, meaning a Muslim who is passing by in a village or remote area where these shops and restaurants and lodges and hotels are not available, it becomes even more important because he hasn't got any chance. And if this type of person is not looked after, he will be in great trouble. And those people, all those local people, it is their responsibility to provide him food and shelter. وَقِيلَ وَمِصْرَ وَالْكُفُورِ كَمُهْتَدِي. Another opinion is that it is same whether the one who is passing, the traveler, whether he is going through a village or passing by a city, they both are same. Okay, there are two opinions. One is that it is obligatory in those areas. The other is it is same. Okay, the middle part is it is more important, obviously in remote areas and villages. However, if someone comes to your home, even let's say you are living in a city, still it is recommended, highly recommended to provide hospitality or look after the guest. But it is more important in those areas because he hasn't got any other option. Then he's saying ضِيَافَةُ يَوْمٍ أَوْجِبَنَّ وَلَيْلَةٍ, meaning providing hospitality for a guest for one day and night is obligatory. Okay, there is a hadith in which Prophet ﷺ said, look after your guest and there is a jaiza. The word he's used is jaiza, meaning the special treatment is for first day. The extra or special treatment you should provide for the first day. So the first day diyafa is obligatory. وَقِيلَ ثَلَاثًا, another opinion is that 3 days is obligatory. وَهِيَ نَدْبٌ بِأَوْجَدِي, the author is saying that the correct opinion is that after first day, the remaining 2 days is recommended. Okay, what's the correct opinion? I think the 3 days is required. However, the first one, yes, because that is the first day for the guest, so you have provided something special or special treatment should be provided. However, second day and third day, still it is obligatory to look after the guest. After that day, it is a charity. After 3 days, if someone is still staying, you are not obliged. and if you're providing shelter and food, you're doing favor on him. Okay, and there's another hadith as well. Meaning these are etiquettes or instructions given to the host, and there are some instructions given to the guest as well. Prophet ﷺ said, no one should be burdened. No guest should be burdened upon his host. 3 days is fine, after that it is charity.
If he does not leave, can we ask them to leave? Like after some days?
Okay, there are many ways to tell body language, in the other way is to tell. Meaning you don't look after properly, or through your body language and behavior, you can tell him that now you are becoming burden. Okay, Walaysa. And if he wants to tell, I think it is his right, because Prophet ﷺ said after 3 days, it is charity, and no one should be burdened upon his host. Okay, وَلَيْسَ عَلَيْهِ أَن يُبَيِّتَهُ بِلَا اضْطِرَارٍ سِوَى مَا فَقْدِ مَا كَمَسْجِدِ. He is saying, looking after the guest and providing food is fine. As for the shelter, it's not necessary unless there is no other option left. Well, let's say if there's a mosque. Okay, nowadays people have different ruling for the mosque. They don't allow anyone to stay. Okay, before, I even know in the many countries in India where the people and travelers are allowed to stay for the night. So he's saying, وَلَيْسَ عَلَيْهِ أَن يُبَيِّتُ بِلَا, meaning it's not obligatory upon the host to provide shelter. Shelter in the sense that the space for spending night. Unless, meaning if there is a normal, common place like he mentioned, masjid, so you can ask him. Okay, you have provided food and something, and you can put his bed and pillow and some other thing that you need in the mosque. Mosque is a common place for everyone. Okay, unless you have no choice, or let's say unless the weather is really cold and mosque hasn't got the heating system or something. If there's no other option left, then yes, provide him shelter or meaning accommodate him. However, in khafa minhu, if you are fearful of him, meaning sometimes you don't know it is a stranger who is in need. He's not your guest or relative. You don't know about him. Then he's saying lam yajib mutlaq. In that case, it's not obligatory to provide shelter or accommodate him to spend night, because you don't know. He's just a stranger, and he's a Muslim obviously, but you don't know about him. He can cause it, what we say, problem, can be danger for you. إذا اضطر قد وليحترس خوف مفسد. However, if he's a stranger, you don't know about him, you don't know about his background, and you don't know the person, but if there's no other option, then he's saying, okay, provide him shelter or accommodate him, let him spend the night with you, but be careful. وَلْيَحْتَرِسْ خَوْفَ مُفْسِدٍ, mean be alert. Be alert. Be alert in the sense that, yes, I mean, not necessarily keep weapons with you. I mean, keep your things, your belongings, all your valuable things and locked and so on and so forth. Otherwise, if a person is staying and you don't know anything about him, in the middle of the night, he may take valuable things and disappear. Okay, now he's going to the rights of the neighbor. He's saying, وَمَا زَالَ جِبْرِيلُ يُوَصِّي نَبِيَّنَا بِجِيرَانِهِ مِنْ أَقْرَبِينَ وَبُعَدِي. And the rights of neighbors are also very important. There's a famous hadith in Sahih Bukhari. Prophet ﷺ said, مَا زَالَ جِبْرِيلُ يُوصِينِي حَتَّى ظَنَنْتُ أَنَّهُ يُوَرِّثُ. Meaning Prophet ﷺ said, Jibreel alayhi salam kept advising me, kept reminding me about the rights of the neighbors, so much so that I thought that he would be included among the legal heirs. Meaning when a person passes away and leaves wealth behind, it is his close relatives, children. His closer children and parents and so on and so forth are the legal heirs. But the Prophet ﷺ says, so much emphasized Jibreel was giving regarding the rights of neighbors, that I thought that he would be included among the legal heirs where he gets a portion. So that's what he said, مَا زَالَ جِبْرِيلُ يُوَصِّي نَبِيَّنَا بِجِيرَانِهِ مِنْ أَقْرَبِينَ وَبُعَدِي. Meaning your neighbors, whether they are your close relatives or whether they are not, still they have right. Okay, scholars have divided neighbors into three categories. They said neighbor, who is neighbor, Muslim and relative, meaning someone your neighbor and at the same time is Muslim, at the same time is your relative. So he got three rights: right of neighbor, right of being Muslim, and right of being your relative. Okay, the second type of neighbor is the neighbor who is a neighbor and Muslim, not a relative. Obviously, he has also got two rights, being neighbor and being Muslim. And a neighbor who is just neighbor, neither he is Muslim nor your relative. Okay, still has a right, meaning he has the rights of neighbor, so you have to look after him or not cause any problem to him. Who has the more right? The first one, who is neighbor, Muslim, as well as your relative. Okay, وما زال جبريل يوصي نبينا إلى أن ظن أن سيورث الجار يا فتى. Okay, I mean Jibreel Islam kept reminding Prophet ﷺ of the rights of neighbor. The Prophet ﷺ thought that he would be included among the legal heirs. وأقربهم بالبر أولى فجودي. وأقربهم بالبر. And among the neighbors, the one who has more rights is the one who is more closer to you. Okay, what it means, awla, more closer to you? There are two explanations given. Meaning, sometimes you find left, the one who is living left your home, and right to your home, front and back. All these are included in the neighbors. Who has got more right? Awla. Awla means the one who is more closer to you. Okay, more closer to you, scholars have said more closer to you mean whose house is more closer to your home. Meaning next door neighbor has more right compared to the neighbor next to the next door, or so on and so forth. Another tafsir, some scholars said awla means the one who is closer to you, I mean the one who is your relative. Let's say your next door neighbor is a neighbor Muslim, and after 3-4 days, 3-4 houses after, there is your neighbor who is Muslim and relative as well. And you have got one thing, cake or something to give. So some scholars say in that case, your relatives has more right, not the one who is closer to you. Okay, ومن داره تعلو على الجار يلزمن بين يستر الأدنى لباغي تسعودي. And if someone's house, I mean if a neighbor's house is taller, meaning the height is, how do you say? Okay, here you got the rules and regulation. All the houses are same. Okay, back in many other countries there are no rules and regulation. Yes, even in India you find someone home has got one store, and the next door he has got 3 stores. So he's saying, وَمَنْ دَارُهُ تَعْلُو, the ones whose house is taller or has got more stores, and he's able to look, meaning through the windows, he's able to look what's going on in the house of his neighbor. So what he has to do, يَسْتُرُ الْأَدْنَى, he has to close, meaning there shouldn't be any windows opening, meaning any opening or any windows from where you see what the neighbors are doing or what's happening in the home. You can have your house, meaning taller or have more stores if you can afford, but make sure the windows are opening are not in such a way from where they are being exposed. وَيَلْزَمُ أَيْضًا سَدُّ طَاقٍ عَلَى, and if there is there's a window, and sometimes you find it's not window, little bit round hole, what do you call it? Okay, for example, in our mosque, you see where the door is for the post, top there is a, what do you say? Roshan Dani Road, you say. Okay, it's a small window or something, it's not proper window. So he's saying, وَمَنْ وَيَلْزَمُ أَيْضًا سَدُّ طَاقٍ, if there is an opening from where he can see what's happening, then he has to close. وَلَوْ تَقَدَّمَ, let's say, even though he built it before the neighbor built his home, he cannot say, look, the taq or the opening is already there, you came after and built your home, so I don't have to do anything. No, because this opening or this, what we say, hole, is causing problem for your neighbor, so you have to close it. وَيَلْزَمُ أَيْضًا سَدُّ أَنَا, وَلَوْ تَقَدَّمَ وَدَاوَ لَا أَرَى. And even if he says, look, I can't see, or our children cannot see any day, meaning it has the potential to be used, or from where the neighbor can see what's happening inside the house of the neighbor. So he's saying it has to be closed. And him saying that okay, it is too high and no one can reach or no one can see from there, is not accepted. As long as it's causing a problem or there is a potential, then it has to be closed. Okay, ومن يابى يلزمه البناء مع جاره إذا استويا في الارتفاع بأجوده. Okay, so regarding the neighbors, he is saying ومن يابى يلزمه البناء مع جاره إذا استويا في الارتفاع. So let's say two people got houses and they both are equal to the height. Okay, the neighbors' houses are equal to the height, but he has got window and he has got window from where they can see to each other's homes or inside the rooms. So he's saying in this case, both of them will be obliged to erect a boundary or something in between. Meaning, yes, you can create a wall. You should create a wall, so no one is causing problem to his neighbor. And if someone is refusing, he should be forced. Meaning, the matter goes to the court. The one who is refusing, obviously this boundary, because it is in the middle, so he has to. He has to put 50% of the expenses, and the other neighbors has to put 50%. And if someone is refused, he should be forced to do so. That's what he's saying. Okay, ولا غرم في هدم المخوف سقوطه. If something, ولا غرم في هدم المخوف سقوطه, meaning if something is about to fall, let's say neighbors wall or the boundary, anything that is crooked and there is a fear that it may fall. So he's saying if the neighbors brings it down, then la ghurma, there is no penalty, because it was already in a way that yes, if it falls, for example, accidentally, some people may get injured and get killed. So he's saying wala ghurma fi hadm al-maquf suqutu, something that is about to fall. So if the neighbor is knocking it down, then the owner cannot make any claim, because it was already crooked and it was posing danger, even for him as well, for the owner. Okay, if something was not in that position, meaning something was proper and strong, and still the neighbor knocks it down, and he claims no, it was posing danger or something, here he has to pay the penalty. Yes, recompensate, because it wasn't. Okay, how it has to be decided? Obviously, the matter goes into the court, and people need to present the pictures or something. So the ruling is this: if something was about to fall, then if it has been knocked down by the neighbor, there is no penalty. Okay, ومن كان يؤمن بالمليك إلهنا فلا يؤذي جارا صالحا غير مفسد. The one who believes in Allah, our Lord, then he should not cause harm to his neighbor. Okay, causing harm to the neighbor is strictly prohibited. Prophet ﷺ said, "Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir fala yu'dhi jarahu." The one who really and truly believes in Allah and the Day of Judgment, he should not cause any harm to his neighbor. And causing harm can be in a different way. Can be in a different way. You're parking in front of him, or some water, for example, you're throwing. He's mentioned a few ways, any meaning, or you're putting what we say. You're watching something and the voice is too loud that they cannot sleep, or you're walking in a way, or yes, you're repairing something during the sleeping time. Okay, so all this is bringing harm or causing harm to the neighbor. So one kana yu'minu billahi bil maliki ilahina, the one who believes in our Lord, let him not فلا يؤذي جارا صالحا غير مسيء. He should be righteous and good for his neighbor and should not cause any harm. ويمنعه من كل موذ لجاره كهش وحمام وتنور موكل. And he's saying he should not bring harm to his neighbor. For example, kahushin, like building a toilet. Okay, nowadays the toilets are proper. You flush the water and everything disappears. Before the toilets used to be something different.
Pit latrine.
How do you say?
Pit latrine.
Pit latrine. So he's saying, yes, he should not cause harm to his neighbor by building this type of toilet in the garden where the smell or other thing will go to the neighbor as well. Yes, وَحَمَّامٍ, and opening a hammam. Okay, what hammam is? It's not the bathroom that is used by the people. What he means that you shouldn't open a hammam is hammam for rent. Previously, they used to be, even now in some countries there are hammam and for rent. You pay some money and go and take bath. So he's saying don't open hammam. Why? Obviously people will come and it may cause problem to the neighbor. And you don't know who they are coming. Strangers, they pay money and sometimes they behave badly. Okay, but tannuri mukidin, and don't open a tannur. Okay, what tannur means?
Bakery lights.
Yes, oven.
Murder.
Yes, big oven or something. Don't open in the garden or even in your home. Yes, because it will cause problem. And someone bought a home previously, and next door was takeaway. Okay, and the man wanted to sell it, so no one was showing interest. There was nothing in his home. The takeaway was next door. But yes, it was hard to get the house sold. So he's saying don't open it النور. والدكان حداد والدق كسارة ومطبقة تودي بريح منكد. And in the same way, don't open a dukan haddad. Okay, what haddad means? The lohar, blacksmith. Okay, don't open a shop, that type of shop. وَدَقِّ كَسَارَةٍ, and don't open a maksala. Maksala means washing machine. So he's not talking about the washing machine that you use for yourself. Washing machine, one or two, that you...
Laundry.
Yes, laundry. Yes, a laundry. Because then people will come and go and it may cause problem to your neighbor. وَمَدْبَغَةٍ تُودِي بِرِيهٍ مُنَكَّدٍ. Madbaga means a place where you give the baga to the skins of the animal. Meaning don't do that. Okay, how do you do the baga? Obviously those skin of the animals, yes, they have some smell. And you treat them in a way that the smell disappears. But in that process, the smell goes to your home and goes to the neighbor's home as well. So he's saying don't do these type of things, meaning even in your home, because the neighbors won't be safe and it will cause problem for them. ومن غرس ما يمتد منه روحه إلى بئر ماء الجاري في المتعدد. And he's saying don't plant a tree or so. If its roots goes to the what we say, causes problem to the wall of the neighbor. And there was a beautiful story. There was a home for sale. There was a home for sale very cheap. And what was the problem? There was a small plant. Okay, because of this small plant, and these surveyors, they were saying, oh, it may have caused the damage to the wall and so. So I know a businessman. He's very clever. So he said I bought it because it was cheap, because the survey report would not go through. And he said the tree was not a big tree or something. He put some mortar, and within 2-3 people they managed to pluck it out, and it was a small. Meaning its root were not going inside or deep or causing damage. So that's what he's saying, don't you plant a tree if the roots will go inside and cause the damage to the wall of the neighbor. وَسَيَّانِ مُوذِ النَّفْسِ وَالْمَالِ يَا فَتَى وَذَمِّنْهُ مَا أَرْضَاهُ بِفِعْلِ الْمُصَدِّدِ. He's saying وَسَيَّانِ مُوذِ النَّفْسِ وَالْمَالِ, mean don't cause problem to the people, neighbors, neither cause problem to the property or to the wealth. For example, he has parked his car inside, and if your children are playing football or playing say cricket sometime, and the ball may cause damage the windows or the grasses. ويكره أكل الهجم إن يترصدا. Okay, this line of poetry, I went through the Sharia of what we say, Abdul Razak Badr and Sheikh Saleh Fawzan. They also could not, meaning they didn't say anything. They said if someone finds any interpretation or explanation, they would inform them. I also couldn't figure out what it means. I mean, that one you said, ويكره أكل الهجم إن يترصدا مع الإذن لكن دونه ذر وتربي. So let's leave it. Maybe there's some misprinting, or some of the words may have misspelled or something. Okay, now he's going again to the to the rights of the guest. He's saying وَبُشَّ إِلَى الضَّيْفَانِ وَمْزَى عَلَى الْقِرَى. Mean cheer up your guest. What is mean cheer up your guest? Mean behave in a way there should be a smile on your face.
Keep them entertained. Keep them entertained.
Keep them entertained, or meaning your body language should tell that you are happy to see them. Sometimes what happens, you may be serving food or something, but yes, there's no smile on your face, and you are telling him that you're not welcome, even though you may be serving food and looking after. So that's what he's saying. وَبُشَّ إِلَى الضَّيْفَانِ, meaning hashash we say. وَبُشَّ إِلَى الضَّيْفَانِ وَمْزَى عَلَى الْقِرَى. And sometimes what we say, wamza means, yes, you can have reasonable jokes, crack some reasonable jokes, cheer him up, let him feel happy, and let him feel that he's welcomed. لِتُذْهِبْ أَنْهُ خَجْلَةَ الْمُتَنَكِّدِ. So the shyness, meaning he should not feel that he's being burdened upon the host. So these things, little things, very important. Yes?
Okay. Is this obligatory just for the host or the whole family, the children as well, the wife, everybody?
I mean, wife will be inside, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wife will be inside if the guest is male. Okay, she will be inside. Obviously, she should not be speaking or saying anything loudly that may hurt him. Okay, who is this, your friend? I didn't know about him and this and that. I had my own plans and you are speaking loud, so that's also wrong. Okay, وَكُنْ مُوثِرًا إِنْ كَانَ فِي الزَّادِ قِلَّةٌ. And he's saying that كُنْ مُوثِرًا, give preference to the guest if you have something little, meaning you have some food or something, but the quantity is little. So give him preference. Well, okay, and here you remember the story of Abu Talha the Ansari? What happened?
When he switched the light off, innit? He switched the light off so the guests will not
Yes,
notice. Yeah.
when he came to home, the wife said, we had food, but that is just enough for the kids. He said, okay, let them put them on the bed, let them sleep. And then she said, it's not enough for you as well if you sit with him and eat. So he said, I will sit with him because yes, it won't be polite if I'm not sitting with him on the food. But yes, I will switch the lamp off and pretend that I'm eating. Yes. And the ayah was revealed by يُثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. So they've been praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's what he's saying. وَكُنْ مُوثِرًا كَانَ فِي الزَّانِ قِلَّةٌ. If there's something little, still give preference to the guest. وَلَا تَتَكَلَّفْ تَعْجَزَنَّ فَتَفْنَدِ. And don't show takalluf. What it means, don't show takalluf. I mean, don't do something extra. Don't do something extra that otherwise it will be burden and you won't be able to host or damage. So that's what he's saying, don't do too much takalluf, or don't make it hard upon yourself, otherwise you won't be able to host, or you rarely be able to do so. But okay, this does not mean that you don't do anything special. Do something special, one or two items, one or two extra things, that's it. You don't have to fill the whole table with different type of foods and different type of
الكلفة تبعد الألفة.
al-kulfa.
تبعد الألفة.
Yes, this type of kulfa, it is called kulfa takalluf. It will remove the. You are making things hard for yourself, and you're making things hard for the guest as well. If the guest is a reasonable person, he will think, okay, this is my first day and last day. I need to leave, otherwise I will bring them problem.
And sometimes when somebody serves so much, the guest feels under pressure because they've put so much food there,
Yes.
and the guest might be just somebody who has a small appetite.
It is. And meaning it gives a bad impression as well, as you are showing off or telling that you're a rich person or you can do this.
You know, with Asian people, when they come round, if the table's not full, they get offended. They're
No, I'm
too
saying-
stingy, they're too, or you're not serving up proper food,
Okay,
either
do-
they eat or they don't eat.
Yeah.
Table full of food.
When you live the rest, I'll come down. Full
What
table.
we'd have in the
Follow
party.
the middle part. Yes.
Asians are blind Asians, I think that's what they mean.
They get offended, they invite
Just
them round.
add one or two things.
Subhanallah.
Okay, Duras is mashallah one of those guests or hosts, let's say. Sorry, one of those hosts who will build the table. But don't make things harder for yourself, especially for the ladies, because it's them who are preparing and cooking.
But it's the ladies who
Okay,
normally.
at the meantime, don't be mean as well. Just add one or two extra things, salad or one sweet dish or something. So on and so forth. Don't make hard.
Someone's here anyway, man.
But sometimes it's mostly the ladies who
It is mostly
cut it
ladies.
first.
You know, man.
Okay, let's finish this
Yeah,
chapter. They are
If you just come to mine and you just get a cup of tea and a biscuit,
And a biscuit.
and a biscuit as well.
Biscuit,
Yeah.
biscuit.
Well, you don't even get in Mustafa Yard, you take it to Nando's, isn't it?
And people remember the hospitality of Duras, mashallah. Don't make the hard upon
Nando's,
yourself for ladies. Okay, let's move ahead. وَمَا بَنِي دُنْيَا إِنْ أَكَلْتَ فَاحْتَشِمْ. Now he's saying if you are eating with people of dunya, فَاحْتَشِمْ, you can eat and enjoy as well. وَمَا فُقْرَائِهِمْ آثِرْهُمْ تُسَدِّرِ. But if you are sitting with the poor people and eating with them, then let them eat. You eat little and let them use or let them eat. So the difference is clear. I mean, you are sitting with rich people, everyone has got food, or everyone is rich, then you also eat it. Because if you are eating, you're not causing harm, because the food is enough and plenty. But if you are eating with poor people, then eat less, so let them, give them chance to eat more. وَالْإِخْوَانُ مَعْهُمْ إِنْ أَكَلْتَ فَانْبَسِطْ. If you are eating with your ikhwan, okay, when we say ikhwan, it means friends, colleagues. فَانْبَسِطْ, be cheerful. وَوَانِس, and wawanis means create unsiya. Unsiya means let them feel that they are happy and that they are welcome. وَلَا تَذْكُرْ كَلَامًا يُرَكَّدِ. And while you are eating with them or they are eating with you, don't say something that spoils the taste. For example, if you are talking about how dirty those toilets are, meaning, for example, you are eating everyone and you're talking about the toilets that are dirty, of this most toilet or the other thing. Okay, so this is not a appropriate time to talk about. وَلَا تَحْكِيَنَ الْمُدْهِكَاتِ. And don't crack jokes as well. Why for? Because if they are eating and something already in their mouth and you're making them laugh, they get choked. It is true. And the food may go into the other. From here there are two passages, may go to the other. And there's a story in what we say Islamic history. I don't know what the name of the king was. He was having fun with his wife and throwing enam. Enam means grape. He was throwing and asking her to catch. And it went into the accidentally it went into the windpipe or so, and she died. At that time, yes, emergency and those things were not available, and everyone is not expert to do work. So that's what he's saying. وَلَا تَحْكِينَ مُضْحِكَاتٍ. Don't laugh, don't make them laugh. فَيَشْرَقُوا. They may get choked. وَلَا تَذْكُرْنَ بَوْلًا وَلَا قَدْرًا بَذِيٍ. Don't speak about urine or about it, filthy things. When people are busy eating, don't speak about, oh, someone vomited the other day and this and that. Don't. ولا تحقيرن شيئا يقدم للقرى وتعجيل نزر زينة للمصرد. He's saying ولا تحقيرن شيئا يقدم للقرى. Anything that has been presented for you as a guest, don't belittle it. Okay? Yes, appreciate and enjoy. Don't say, oh, I went to his home and he only put a little food of only few items. No, whatever he did a favor upon you. So ولا تحقيرن, don't belittle, rather appreciate whatever is provided for you. And sometimes your host may not be that much rich as well. Your host may not be that much rich. So whatever he is providing of food, appreciate and don't complain. وَتَعْجِيلُ نُزْرٍ زِينَةٌ لِلْمُصَرِّفِ. Now he's saying, providing whatever little you have is better than delaying. When your host has come after a journey or so, he may be hungry, and you say, look, we are going to prepare pulao and this and that. It may take 1 or 2 hours. So he's saying, don't do so. Whatever little you have, present that food, which will be more beneficial for your guest than delaying and preparing something good. وَيُكْرَهُ أَكْلُ التُّرْبِ إِلَّا تَدَاوٍ. Don't, or it is makruh to eat soil.
To eat?
Eat, what do you say, soil, turab?
Soil, mud.
Even though we've been created from it, but yes, it is makruh. إِلَّا تَدَاوٍ, except for treatment.
They have.
Okay, there are some type of treatment, like we got the English one, we got homeopathic, and we got some, and in India, Nepal, I heard that they treat it with the soil, not this one, clean one. I don't know how much how much effective it is or not.
They have it in Uganda as well.
They
Is
make
it called pumice or poultice or something like that?
Yes, it is. Okay, وَأَكْلُ خَبِيثِ الرِّيحِ غَيْرَ مُسَحَّدٍ. Eating something that has bad smell is also makruh, especially if you are coming for the prayer. Prophet ﷺ said the one who eats garlic, uncooked garlic or onion, should not come to a mosque. And sometimes Prophet ﷺ would ask these people to be taken out far away to the Baqi. Baqi was far away from the real mosque. Yes, 100 yards away maybe. I mean, Baqi is the graveyard. Okay, now it is close to the mosque, but at the time of Prophet ﷺ, it was far away. Okay, what about some people come after smoking? That is even more bad, because smoking is haram.
200 years. Shisha.
Okay, وَأَكْلُ خَبِيثِ الرِّيحِ. Anything that has got bad smell, don't eat, especially if you wait to come to the mosque for the prayer. وَأَكْلُكَ أُذْنَ الْقَلْبِ وَالْغُدَدِ كْرَحًا وَحَرِّمْ شِرَاءَ جَوْزِ الْقِمَارِ وَشَرِّهِ. Okay, he's saying eating أُذْنَ الْقَلْبِ وَالْغُدَدِ, meaning eating some specific part of the animal is also ikrahan, meaning is disliked. Okay, it is halal, every part of the animal when you slaughter, if it is clean and cooked properly, it is halal. Let's say, like chicken or whatever, or sheep, all the whole animal is halal. But there may be something how do you say? And yes, testicles of the animal or something. You may despise or not like it. So that's what he's saying. Well, don't eat them. It's not haram. Maybe dislike. وَحَرِّمْ شِرَى جَوْزِ الْقِمَارِ وَشَرِّهِ. وَحَرِّمْ شِرَى جَوْزِ الْقِمَارِ. And buying جَوْزِ الْقِمَارِ. What جَوْزِ الْقِمَار mean? Okay, for example, the ludo, by which you know the ludo. It's got numbers 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Dice.
Yes, does. Anything by which you,
Games of chance.
yes,
Use the thing where you just.
meaning all the instruments, let's say instruments of gambling, by which you gamble.
Backgammon.
Okay, it can be that one or can be any other thing.
Ludo.
Ludo. What is Ludo? Or the cards or anything by which you play the gamblings. So he's saying, Waharim Shira, don't buy it, is haram. Okay, any questions regarding there?
Yeah.
Don't
If you, because from India and Pakistan, they make food which has quite a lot of smell, right? And if your neighbor doesn't like that, are you supposed not to cook those food?
If your guest doesn't like it.
No, the neighbor.
Oh, the neighbour.
Yeah.
Neighbour.
Like if you have British neighbor, for example,
What do you say?
sometimes they don't like it.
Yeah.
I think if you're living in an apartment, that's the key thing.
Okay, especially the Hindus, they're non-veg.
Yeah.
They don't like the smell of meat or something. I mean, yes, we cannot say that is haram or even dislike. You can use something by which you can remove the smell, like air fresheners or this and that.
But it's a courtesy in the workplace, not to put, if the microwave is in the office area, not to put something really strong smelling in there. As
I
well.
mean, try your best to not to cause harm. But in that case, like those are Hindus that don't like meat, so meat is halal.
Mm.
Okay, so you cook, but try to remove the smell.
No, the only bit is
It's true, they don't give homes.
They don't.
They don't rent it for the Muslims. Back in India,
They don't rent them.
they don't rent it because they
Strong lamb curry.
know meat and so on.
Yes. Yeah.
well, Imam, they love eating in the restaurant instead of going for any. It's just excuses. They just want to say something.
They have.
It's made
Okay,
with the
subhanallah,
grounds,
bihamdika,
you know,
shukran.
it's a very strong in those